What's up, y'all? Look at us. We're back making a video, recording during the day because it's the weekend and I had time to record. So I hope the lighting looks better because I really didn't like how the first video looked. It looked a little grainy. So hopefully with the sunlight, it looks better. I still have the ring light on though. Now I know that this topic is extremely out of date and old, but it's something that I really like to talk about because Be Real was actually a big part of my college life, for a few years, and it sucks that I had to see kind of the downfall of it, because I feel like I not only saw it happening, but I actively contributed to it. And seeing how it just slowly kind of disappeared, in hindsight, it was kind of inevitable. And that's what I want to be talking about this video. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Be Real. Be Real popped up for the first time in 2020, calling itself the anti-Instagram. They presented themselves as a social media platform that was truly authentic. The function and the premise were simple enough. Once a day, you would get a notification from the app that would tell you it's time to post. You had 2 minutes to take a photo of whatever you were doing using the app's dual camera function, which just means that the app took 2 photos with the front and back camera. If you failed to post in that 2-minute window, your post was seen as late, and you weren't able to see other people's posts until you made a post yourself, which was something that people really had never seen before. The app even changed the structure of likes, swapping them out for reaction pictures of users mimicking the emojis. Now, Be Real's true peak hit in 2022, seeing as they went from 1.4 million worldwide downloads in March to 14.7 million in September. This obviously led to a huge spike in popularity and user interactions. Be Real became huge with pop culture by creating a sense of community that brought users together at a specific time of day. As soon as you got that notification, people were trying to post as soon as possible, making it feel like a shared ritual. At first, it was seen as a game, and if you didn't participate, you would miss out on your friend's post, or if you posted late, everyone would know. The pressure to post on time and not be left out made the app exciting. Whether the developers knew it or not, they had just implemented FOMO, or fear of missing out, into the app's core function and utilizing it as their main incentive for user interaction. Now, like I said, I was a huge fan of Be Real, right? Me and my friends every day posting, it became like a game, and it was a fun way of seeing what my friends were up to, kind of like a daily check-in, and just seeing bits and pieces of our unfiltered lives. We weren't trying to create a perfect post or an aesthetic feed. We were more focused on capturing the current moment we were living, without caring what it was. That authentic feeling was a much needed break from all the staged content on other platforms, and it felt refreshing. But having to post every single day led to a huge problem: content fatigue. People got bored by being told when to upload and when to post. Because social media's main appeal is the freedom that we as users get. We get to choose when to open the app, we get to choose when to post, we get to choose what we want to see, and more importantly, we choose when we want to be seen. Having the app tell you when to share your life with people got annoying quick. Be Real's fresh and spontaneous content began to feel like a chore, which led to people posting blurry pictures and showing nothing interesting, simply to see what other people were posting. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I did that a lot. And I mean a lot. Because social media culture has a huge appeal of seeing other people's lives without having to share your own. And Be Real went against that norm, and it just pushed more users away. And still, Be Real kept pushing back and trying to stay relevant. In an attempt to fight this decline, Be Real introduced new features such as bonus Be Reals, groups for more private sharing, and an expanded friends of friends feed to increase interactions, and even the ability to share music you are currently listening to on your post. Now, while these updates added a lot of variety, it also shifted away from the main simplicity of the app. And frankly, these updates were not enough to keep the users entertained, engaged, and the app overall just relevant. Ultimately, people realized the biggest flaw in Be Real's whole model, and that's that people's lives are not that interesting. By making people post at a specific time, Be Real overlooked the main reason that people turn to social media, and that's to take a break from their real lives. However, I do believe that people crave realness, they crave authenticity, they crave unfiltered stuff. That's why we see that, like, on Instagram, there's a huge trend for making finstas, spams, or second accounts, basically, because people want to share their unfiltered lives, but they want to control how much they share. And by removing that layer of choice, Be Real went from feeling new and refreshing to feeling like a chore, restrictive, essentially. In the end, Be Real's attempt to highlight and enforce authenticity revealed one of the most ironic problems with social media, and that's that people do want to be unfiltered, people do want to be real, but only when they control the narrative. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did like it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you didn't, let me know in the comments why or what I can do to change. You know, I'm open to it. But yeah, fun fact, this video is actually based on a paper that I did back in college, and I thought it'd be fun to try and make it into a video format. And I did have a lot of fun with it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being part of my outlet project. I'll see you next time. Bye.